let me just tell you that this is not easy. Hi, my name is Sierra. I'm 23 years old. I had gastric bypass on Wednesday, May 29th, 2019, which was 25 days ago. I started my weight loss journey at 303 pounds, and I'm currently 250 pounds, so I've lost 53 pounds. I started my surgery weight loss at 277 pounds. So 277 minus 250 is how much I have lost since I had surgery. So I have not been doing a weekly video because I went on vacation and I've been very busy. But I'm glad to say that I'm doing much better now than I was doing because it was really, really hard. So if you have not had surgery, this is the video for you, just to hear the worst parts of it. Because I think I've done the worst, I've been through the worst, and it can only go up from here. If you have had surgery, I guess it's just kind of like, hey, I did that too, I feel it kind of thing. So like I said, today is post-op day 25. The first week after surgery was the hardest. It was hard physically and mentally. I wasn't expecting the mental hardships that I had and that I still have. I have felt very depressed. Oddly enough, I was not expecting that since I've had surgery. But I have had some major life changes that might also affect it, so it might not be everyone. Number one, I bought a house and I'm living alone, so this is my own house. When I first made my video, I lived with my parents. So I don't live with my parents, I live alone. Second of all, I'm an elementary teacher for a public school, so in the summer I don't work and I don't really have a hobby. So I am bored often, and I've learned to find things to do, but when you first have surgery, there's not much to do other than walk and rest. And I was afraid to go out because I couldn't walk very much, and I was having some bowel issues. So that's why it was hard. Also, my dad is very ill. That adds to the issues that I've had mentally. So let me just say that I've already made this video. I made this video like 5 days ago, but I was eating and I could not stand to watch someone eat and try to talk at the same time. It's gross. So I'm not eating in this video. I'm drinking some water with Crystal Light. So I challenge you for every time I take a drink, for you to take a drink, because I have had some issues with hydration. Sip, sip, sip. Okay, let's talk about the issues with hydration. So at my 1 week post-op appointment, apparently she wants to be involved. At my 1 week post-op appointment, we talked about some of the issues that I was having at the time. I was having some trouble breathing. Walking was very hard, and I couldn't sing the hymns at church and whatnot. I would be sitting on the couch and it would be hard to breathe, or I'd be talking to anybody and it would be hard to breathe. So I mentioned that to her, and she got very concerned, and she thought that maybe I had a pulmonary embolism. So she kept asking about my legs. You know, do you have leg pain? I didn't have leg pain. Well, the appointment was very short-lived. She just, wanted to get me in and out. So I left and I went home and I sat on the couch and I was about to start my pureed diet because I'd been on liquids for, 3 weeks or something like that. So I was like, you know what I didn't mention? I didn't mention that I have like a rapid heart rate. So I called the office back and talked to a nurse, and she told me to go to my nearest emergency room. So I did on a Friday when I was on puree, and I was gonna go out to a restaurant that night and have mashed potatoes because I had been on liquids for so long. It turned out I did not have a pulmonary embolism, and I didn't think I did. I was severely dehydrated. So they put me on liquids. They gave me a really good pureed meal from the hospital. It was actually really, really good. And that was that, and pretty much told me to stay hydrated. Well, I didn't know I was dehydrated because I'm on B complex. I think it's the B complex that turns your urine a greenish, deep yellow color. So it was hard to tell, but I could still be dehydrated. It's very hard for me to drink. Here, baby, sit next to me. So sips to that. So that's something to watch out for, is dehydration. Even when you think you're getting enough to drink, you're still not, you know? I don't know how it's possible that I drink so much and I am still possibly dehydrated. I'm thinking that my issues with breathing and heart rate might be anxiety related. I used to be on medication for anxiety, but I got off of it when I found out I had hypothyroidism. So I'm gonna talk to my doctor tomorrow about that and kind of figure out what's going on, because I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not too concerned, but it's still something to talk about. I have had 2 or 3 incidents I feel like I need to share with you that are issues and that are painful. The first one has to do with eating and drinking too much, too fast, and then getting clogged or backed up. So I was on vacation and it was the morning, we were getting ready, and I was talking, doing my makeup, you know, not even really paying attention, also taking the vast amount of pills that I have to take in the morning. That's another thing that's painful and annoying. And so when I take my pills, I don't eat, I just take water and I take them 6 minutes apart. I take the pill and I set an alarm and I keep going and I keep going. Well, I got to the very last pill, which is B complex, that I cannot stand. I think it tastes nasty, I think it smells nasty, I just hate everything about it. I've taken it for months and months and I just hate it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a bite of something to make my mouth dry to want a, you know, to want to drink of water and to take a pill. Wasn't paying attention. I ate a double egg, the entire thing, and then took a big gulp and took my B complex, and I was so backed up and it hurt so bad. I could feel it, and I wanted to throw it all up, and I did eventually, but it was so painful, and I just had to sit there in the Airbnb and rock until the pain went away and it all started to digest, which it took probably 15 to 20 minutes for it to digest. So 15 to 20 minutes I had to sit there extremely nauseated, dry heaving, and in pain. So you have to be very careful with how much you consume, because it's not an instant. You know, you put it in your mouth and you swallow, and then it takes a couple seconds to go down and actually hit your pouch and esophagus stuff. The other really big mistake, I don't know if I would call it a mistake, I don't really know what to call it, but this is going to be TMI, I'm just gonna tell you it is bowel movements, bathroom usage. So I know that it's a problem for other people. I started out, when I came home from the hospital, taking 2 Docusate, Colsate, something like that, a day, and it was giving me diarrhea really bad. So then I called my doctor and they said to stop taking it, so I did. Well, then for the full week that I was on my trip, I did not use the restroom. And the last day when we were driving home, I felt terrible. My back and all of my lower stomach just hurt so bad because I had to go. And at one point we stopped at one of the sketchiest gas stations I've ever been to in my entire life. And my friend was too afraid to go inside. It was so bad. And so I went inside the, gated and barred building and everything, and went into like this nasty, terrible bathroom and attempted to use the toilet, but ended up vomiting into, thankfully they had a gross mobile trash can I went in. So that happened. That was really bad. And I didn't have any, type of medicine on me for that. I ended up going later and it was fine. But that was another problem that I had. You really need to watch your bowels and be mindful of how often you're going. My friend who had gastric sleeve, she says that she takes a Miralax every single day. I need to consider that. I took another Colsate today, so I need to think about that because you don't want to have those types of problems. So right now, like I said, I'm doing better. I have gotten nauseated from taking my medications and my vitamins. I just spoke with my office, and I'm going to actually get to switch from B-complex pills to a B-complex nasal spray. So if you are someone who struggles with taking pills, or you just don't want to take 10 plus pills in the morning, then ask for a B-complex nasal spray. Obviously, I haven't used it yet because I literally just called my doctor. Well, actually, I text my doctor over an app. And I know that's going to help, and you only take it once a week. So that's gonna help a lot. The multivitamin, I'm going to switch to 2 Flintstone chewables, which will make a difference too. So there's 2 less pills I now have to take every day, which will help a lot. So going into more negative things about surgery, the pills for me really, really stink. So I'm actually gonna get my pills and show you what I'm doing and like what I have to take. So I've already removed my pills from this little caddy that I keep on my kitchen table, which I could probably put away because I've been keeping my pills in one of these. I keep one side for morning and one side for evening. But like I said, I've taken some pills out. So I take, and I'm gonna butcher these, I'm not a pharmacist, and I don't know how to pronounce names of prescriptions, but I take 2 famotidine or famotidine a day, and I believe that is for ulcers. I take iron, because if you are a menstruating woman, you will take iron. I take Ursodiol twice a day, which I believe is for gallbladder. So if you don't have a gallbladder, you don't have to. I take, this is for, not for surgery, this is just for me that I took before surgery, levothyroxine, which is for hypothyroidism. I mentioned that I take a couple Colsates, so it's Docusate Sodium, that is for healthy bowels. I take a calcium at night, a B12, a D3, and I think that's it. I will be getting a new multivitamin today, and I will also be getting the B12 nasal spray. I just have like a allergy nasal spray in here. And I also have these sleep aid tablets because that's another negative thing I want to talk about. I don't sleep anymore. I went from sleeping a lot, like I could sleep 12 hours soundly through the night and be okay, to now waking up so much through the night, even after taking, what is the word I'm trying to think of? The medicine, the vitamin that you can take that makes you sleepy. Melatonin. It used to be like melatonin would knock me out for the whole night and I couldn't get up in the morning, but now melatonin does nothing for me except for make me drowsy. These sleep aid pills that my grandma gave me help a little bit, but not a lot. So that's another negative thing. My mom says it's because I'm not working in the summer, but honestly, even on the weekends, like, I'm tired, but I can't stay asleep through the night. And I know that that's an issue with weight loss surgery. I don't know why, I don't know the science behind it, but I know that is a problem. So right now my spirits are higher than they were. At first I kept saying, and still sometimes I'm like, why did I get this? Why did I do this to myself? You know, this stinks. I can't eat what I want. I went on a trip with my friend who ate everything I would ever want to eat, and I didn't get to, you know? I know there's a positive way I can change my wording, and I can say I choose not to or I chose not to, but frankly, I don't have the choice, because if I go get ice cream, it's going to hurt me, or if I eat this or that, it's going to hurt me. So I didn't get to eat those things, and it's been rough, you know, not being able to eat those things. But living alone, it's not as bad because no one has food around you that's tempting. I keep what food I want to keep in my house, and it's only food that I can have. So that's a really good part of it. But I will tell you that it's been better the last few days because I can actually see a difference in myself. And people are noticing too. It's mostly just people that know I had surgery. But people are noticing. I actually did a little video the other day that I'll put in, where I'm actually wearing the same thing I wore in my very first video and doing a body update, if you want to call it. So here is the truth, and I hope it doesn't scare you away if you believe that this is not a quick fix and that this will change your life for good. I hope it will change my life for good. I'm sure it will. So keep sipping your water and make healthy choices even if you are pre-surgery. It'll only help you in the long run. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.
I can swear, I can joke, I see